king and Haman went to dine with Queen Esther May, this time in the king's chambers.
Fix this, Haman. It's good to be the king. Well, we're here, Esther May. I so value and appreciate you, your kindness and your gentle nature. What is your petition? I'll give you anything. What is your request?
If I have found your favor with you, my husband, and if it pleases your majesty, spare my life and the lives of my people. This is my request.
Spare your life, Esther May. Why, there's not a man in all of Persia Medea that would harm you. Who would be so foolish? Give me the name of any man that would dare do such a thing. Who is he?
I'm Jewish, my king, and the advisor. And villain is this vile man.
Haman was terrified. He began to tremble and fell to his knees. The king was so angry that he left the room in a rage. Haman, realizing that the king had already decided his fate, stayed behind to beg Queen Esther May for his life. Just as the king returned to the banquet hall, he saw Haman with his hand on Esther's foot, attempting to persuade her to change her mind concerning him.
Will you even molest the queen in my house? What am I to do with you, Haman?
Sire, coincidentally, there is a gallows by Haman's house. He had built it for Jedediah Mordecai, who spoke up and saved the king's life.
Then hang him on it. So let it be written. So let it be done. Wait, that's next month. And good riddance!
So they took Haman away and hung him on the gallows. He was dead for Well, Haman's time had finally come. 'Twas time to pay the bill. He never should have cast the poor with plans to use the kill. Now going to the gallows, all the world will know his name. If you come against the ones that loves you, just might get the same. That same day, King Ahasuerus gave Queen Esther the estate of Haman. He found out that Mordecai was Esther's guardian and had him brought into the palace, as well as Granny and Jethro.
Mordecai, here is my signet ring. You shall be second in rank only to the king.
The king took off his signet ring, which he had reclaimed from Haman, and presented it to Mordecai. Esther May again pleaded with the king, falling at his feet and weeping. She begged him to put an end to the evil plan of Haman, which he had devised against the Jews.
Isn't there something that you can do, my king and husband?
You know a law cannot be revoked once it has been written. But you may write another law in my name, on behalf of the Jews, and seal it with my signet ring.
Then this is the law I give to the Jews.
Yay! So the Jew Mordecai was given royal garments of blue and white, made from the finest of fine linen. On the 13th day of Adar, the Jews struck down their enemies with the sword, killing and destroying them. They killed 500 men in an attempt to protect their families and property, but they refused to plunder those who intended them harm.
Now, Queen Esther, what is your petition? It will be given to you. What is your request? It will also be granted. I don't know. I'm 31. Just kidding.
I'm sorry, sire. That was my bad, I'm sure.
You'll be flogged for it later.
I'm sorry, sire. That was
That's
my
an
fault.
Mordecai! I'd like to personally reward you for saving my life. I'd also like to honor you just for being Esther May's guardian and raising her to be the woman of integrity that she is. With the death of Haman, I'll need someone to be my royal advisor. Will that position be agreeable to you?
Well, I'll be hot diggity dog.
And as I said, so the Jew Mordecai was given royal garments of blue and white, black and white,
Told you I
made
was
from
in
the
the right
finest of fine linen. On the 13th day of Adar, the Jews struck down their enemies with the sword, killing and destroying them. They killed 500 men in an attempt to protect their families and property, but they refused to plunder those that intended them harm.
It's my line now, right? Yeah. Okay, now, Queen Esther, what is your petition? It will be given you. What is your request? It will also be granted.
If it pleases the king, give the Jews in Shushan permission to carry out the same etiquette again tomorrow. And let Haman's 10 sons be hanged on the gallows.
The king commanded that this be done. An edict was issued in Shushan that the 10 sons of Haman be hanged. The Jews in Shushan came together on the 14th day of Adar, and they put to death 300 men in Shushan, but they did not take the plunder. Meanwhile, the remainder of the Jews who were in the king's provinces also assembled to protect themselves and get relief from their enemies. They killed 75,000 of them, but did not take the plunder. The city of Shushan held a joyous celebration. For the Jews, it was a time of happiness and joy, gladness and honor. Many people of other nationalities became Jews because of the favor they had found with King Ahasuerus and Queen Esther. All the nobles of the provinces helped the Jews. Mordecai was prominent in the palace, and his reputation spread throughout the provinces, and he became more and more powerful. The Jews established the custom that they and their descendants and all who joined them should observe these 2 days every year in the way and time prescribed by Mordecai. The 14th and 15th of Adar should be remembered and observed in every generation, by every family, and in every province, and in every city, and these days of Purim should never cease to be celebrated by the Jews. Mordecai, the Jew, was second in rank to King Ahasuerus and was held in high esteem by his many fellow Jews because he worked for the good of the people and spoke up for the welfare of all his people. Esther 9:28. These days should be remembered and observed in every generation, by every family, and in every province, and in every city, and these days of Purim should never cease to be celebrated by the Jews, nor should the memory of them die out among their descendants.
Come and listen to a story about a Yid named Jed, who worked really hard, barely kept his family fed. His cousin Esther May was summoned to the king a couple of days after he kicked out the queen. Well, the first thing you know, Esther May was living there. Everyone said, Mordecai, you in with her. Said, Shushan Hills is the place you ought to be. But Haman hated him and all his family. Jews, that is, hated them really bad. Well, Esther knew for sure to the palace she'd been sent. She went before the king, even knowing what it meant. Then the next day, after she spoke to the king, Haman was hung and his neck was wrung.
Well, now it's time to say goodbye to Esther and her king.